Okey.
Nanti kita akan rekod lah benda tu. Jadi bila tim teknikal kata okey untuk recording, so terus itulah buat seperti mana yang kita rancang semalam. Boleh kan?
Okey, boleh.
Nanti you bagi green light kepada tim teknikal lah untuk rekod. Cumanya sekarang ni you kena briefing apa yang akan berlaku esok lah. So bila you kata you dah ready, tim teknikal akan teruslah untuk buat recording. Okay?
Okey.
So saya serahkan kepada Izzah dengan Aina Nadirah untuk tindakan rehearsal seterusnya, dan tim teknikal tolong rekod yang Jennifer mana? Yang Jennifer tolong rekod apa yang berlaku bermula pukul 8 pagi dan rehearsal bermula dengan lagu negaraku dan sebagainya, bacaan doa semua komplit seperti mana program esok. Okay? All the best guys.
Mula record sekarang lah.
Nanti lepas Izzah bagi briefing apa yang akan berlaku.
Okay.
All the best guys. Ini adalah you punya markah 50%. Saya hanya dapat menolong dari segi pemantauan. Esok ada 4 lagi pemantau akan masuk. So hopefully you do the best. 50 markah untuk anda semua. Kalau hilang 50 markah ni, anda dah confirm dapat C. Saya tak nak benda tu berlaku. So kita you all dah buat banyak korban masa dan tenaga untuk program ni. So we did the best untuk esok punya program. So do the best untuk rehearsal kali ni. Benda ni akan jadi rujukan untuk diorang, dan link Google Meet ni akan saya masuk ke dalam masukkan dia punya what we call ke dalam grup dia orang, kepada dia orang nanti pada pukul 8 malam nanti. So all the best. Saya difahamkan kita dah ada participant sampai 53 orang, tetapi kita open lagi. Semakin ramai semakin bagus. So all the best untuk esok. So Izzah, saya serahkan program ni kepada awak untuk awak handle bersama dengan Aina, Nadira dan you all sekali untuk menjayakan program pada hari ini daripada hari esok. Dan yang saya inform, tim teknikal sangat memainkan peranan untuk bagi benda ni berjalan dengan lancar dari segi recording, dari segi lagu negaraku, dari YouTube, whatever. Dan sponsor selingan tolong pasang lagu-lagu yang okey untuk semasa ada sesi rehat. So make sure ada waktu rehat sedikit. Nanti Izzah kena susun balik macam mana dia punya flow. Selepas majlis perasmian pagi tu akan ada waktu rehat sekejap, lepas tu baru buat program. Okay? Sebab pagi esok akan baru link Google Meet ni akan diberikan kepada penceramah. Okay?
Can I ask who do the timetable for our technical group to which time to show the QR code, which time for showing this QR code?
Itu tanya MC Izzah yang akan tentukan pukul apa.
Doktor, kejap saya nak tanya. Yang QR code keluar in tu kan doktor? Mereka semua scan bila sebelum start yang ceramah daripada Encik Azhar tu kan? Maksudnya sebelum sesi bergambar?
Tak, QR code tu perlu di-scan sebelum sebelum upacara perasmian berlaku pada waktu pagi. Bila dia masuk tu dia scan QR code. Lepas tu program Cik Azhar tu nanti kan ada waktu rehat kan, waktu briefing daripada awak kan nanti kan Izzah. Selepas program majlis bergambar tu kan ada waktu briefing kan. Masa tu lah akan ada a new QR code untuk Cik Azhar. Tapi kalau ikutkan saya, gunakan yang pagi tu je. Waktu pagi sekali.
Okay.
Yang Jemfong, benda QR code tu you display pada awal waktu masa kita tunggu kemasukan peserta, partisipan, masa tu you display benda tu. Boleh?
Okay, untuk clock in punya, yang clock out
Clock out,
nanti
you clock out punya tu, nanti you follow.
atau macam ni, nanti MC cakap, okay, please everyone scan the, okay, then I display that.
Betul. You follow
Okay, so
Izzah
okay.
punya queue.
Okay.
Lagi mudah. Nanti tengok macam mana. Okay. So Izzah, the floor is yours. So all the best. Bila Izzah kata okay, Jemfong terus record. Okay Izzah.
Okay, briefing dulu doktor. Kan?
Apa dah?
Nak terus MC tu briefing dulu.
You briefing dulu apa yang akan berlaku lah. Tak ada masalah. Lepas tu bila you dah rasa semua yang you set dalam you punya skrip tu dah habis you briefing, bagi tahu yang Jemfong untuk record lah. Rehearsal.
Okay.
Okay. Sekejap. Jemfong, rasanya Jemfong dah boleh ni, Jemfong.
Ya doktor.
You dah boleh cuba displaykan you punya slide background kita punya poster.
Wait.
You boleh displaykan benda tu. Okay Izzah, boleh explain?
Okay, untuk program esok, kita akan start pada pukul 8 pagi. Kita akan mula masuk pada pukul 8 pagi dan kita akan start pukul 8.30 pagi. Pada yang pertama sekali, scan QR code. Lepas tu saya akan minta semua untuk berdiri untuk nyanyikan lagu Negaraku dan lagu Bangsa Johor. Selepas tu ada bacaan, saya akan bagi ucapan aluan pengerusi majlis saya. Lepas tu saya akan minta saudara yang membaca doa akan baca doa. Lepas tu ucapan pengarah program iaitu saudari Ana Nadira, dan ucapan wakil industri. Okey. Lepas tu sebelum mula program tu, kita akan ada sesi ambil gambar. Lepas tu pukul 9. Lepas tu kita teruskan dengan sesi daripada penceramah jemputan, iaitu Encik Azhar ni. Lepas tu bila dah habis tu, kita teruskan dengan sesi LDK 1 sehingga dalam sesi LDK 1 tu selepas sesi LDK 1 berakhir, akan ada game Kahoot. Jadi bila game Kahoot ni nanti saya akan serahkan kepada biro yang terlibat untuk kendalikan game Kahoot ni. Lepas tu sambung dengan LDK 2, LDK 3, LDK 4. Sama juga setiap LDK tu biro yang terlibat ni dia akan kendalikan game Kahoot. Lepas habis biro 4, kita akan berehat dulu untuk solat Zuhur dan makan tengah hari. Lepas tu lepas pukul 2 petang kita sambung dengan LDK 5, LDK 6 dengan yang terakhir LDK 7 pun sama juga, tetap setiap selepas tamat LDK ni kita akan buat game Kahoot. Maafkan saya, sebelum kita mulakan LDK 5 tu kita akan scan lagi QR code untuk kehadiran pada sebelah petang. Bila dah tamat LDK 7, Encik doktor akan merumuskan program ni semua. Lepas tu boleh scan QR code untuk attendant keluar. Lepas tu kita ada sesi ambil gambar sebelum bersurai, dan dah siap semua baru kita bersurai. Itu saja. Okey, Jenfon dah boleh record. Dah ready.
My partner already recording. No worry.
Oh, okay.
So, who is the MC? He can start speaking.
Okay.
Then I will display the song.
Start Start
Yes.
Sayang kumbang mencari makan, terbang seiring di tepi perigi. Selamat datang saya ucapkan, semoga majlis ini direstui ilahi. Melayang serindik di atas permatang, merbah berkicau di hujung muara. Pemanis kata selamat datang, awal bismillah pembuka bicara. Sebelum memulakan majlis, para hadirin diminta untuk scan QR code kehadiran. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera kepada hadirin-hadiran yang dihormati. Saya Izzah Iliana selaku pengerusi majlis kita pada hari ini. Tanpa melengahkan masa lagi, marilah kita mulakan program kita pada hari ini dengan nyanyian lagu Negaraku dan lagu Bangsa Johor. Para hadirin diminta untuk berdiri bagi menyanyikan nyanyian lagu Negaraku dan lagu Bangsa Johor. Diminta semua untuk bersiap sedia. Para hadirin dipersilakan duduk. Bagi memberkati majlis kita pada hari ini, marilah kita bersama-sama menadah tangan mengaminkan bacaan doa bagi yang beragama Islam. Dan bagi yang bukan beragama Islam, anda disarankan agar berdoa mengikut agama dan kepercayaan masing-masing. Oleh itu, majlis dengan ini mempersilakan Saudara Muhammad Fadil Aiman bin Muhammad Zain untuk memimpin bacaan doa. Majlis dengan segala hormatnya dipersilakan.
Terima kasih pengurusi majlis. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Ya Allah, ya Tuhan kami, hanya padamu sahaja kami panjatkan kesyukuran atas segala rahmat dan berkat-Mu. Bersempena dengan majlis pada hari ini, kami memohon inayah dan taufik-Mu. Kurniakanlah kesejahteraan dan kebahagiaan kepada kami. Bukakanlah hati-hati kami. Lapangkanlah dada kami supaya kami dapat mengisi ilmu dan pengetahuan agama, bangsa dan negara. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim. Kami memohon kepadamu agar engkau berkatilah majlis ini dengan limpahan rahmat-Mu. Semoga segala usaha kami dalam menjayakan majlis ini mendapat keredaan dan hidayah-Mu. Sesungguhnya pada hari ini kami berkumpul kerana-Mu, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Zal Jalali wal Ikram. Kami memohon kekuatan dari hadrat-Mu, Ya Allah. Supaya kami yang hadir pada hari ini, agar kami dapat melaksanakan segala kebajikan. Dan kami pohon perlindungan dengan Engkau daripada melakukan keburukan. Ya Allah, kurniakanlah kepada kami kejayaan ilmu pengetahuan dan hiasilah diri kami dengan sifat lemah lembut. Serta muliakanlah kami dengan ketakwaan dan indahkanlah diri kami dengan kesihatan. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azabannar. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamu alal mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Majlis merakamkan setinggi penghargaan dan terima kasih kepada Saudara Muhammad Fadil Aiman bin Muhammad Zain atas bacaan doa itu tadi. Semoga majlis kita pada hari ini dapat berjalan dengan lancar dan diberkati. Amin amin ya rabbal alamin. Yang dihormati Cik Azhana binti Misran selaku Assistant Engineer di SKP Resources Berhad. Yang dimuliakan Encik Muhammad Azhar bin Muhammad Arsyad dari V3X Malaysia Sdn Berhad. Yang dikasihi ahli jawatan kuasa, rakan seperjuangan serta para hadirin dan hadiran sekalian. Alhamdulillah, setinggi-tinggi kesyukuran kepada rahmat Tuhan kerana atas limpah kurnianya, kita diberikan ruang dan waktu untuk bersama-sama berkumpul pada pagi ini dalam program yang dinamakan Bengkel Penyelenggaraan Komputer. Bengkel ini terbahagi kepada dua sesi. Pada sesi pagi, kita akan bersama-sama mendengar satu perkongsian ilmu yang bertajuk Towards Creativity, Technology, Idea to Industry Product yang akan disampaikan oleh Encik Muhammad Azhar bin Muhammad Arsyad. Pada sesi petang, kita akan bersama-sama dengan sesi latihan dalam kumpulan berkaitan penyelenggaraan komputer. Tanpa membuang masa lagi, majlis diteruskan dengan menjemput Saudari Aina Nadira binti Nur Khalid selaku pengarah program penyelenggaraan komputer untuk memberikan sepatah dua kata.
Terima kasih saudari pengurusi majlis. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat sejahtera dan salam satu Malaysia. Hadirin sekalian, syukur kita kepada Allah kerana memberi kesempatan untuk kita bersama-sama berkumpul pada hari yang damai ini bagi menjalankan bengkel penyelenggaraan komputer Toward Creative Technology Idea to Industry Products bersama CEO V3X Malaysia Sdn Berhad, Encik Muhammad Azhar bin Ma'arsad. Pada hari ini yang dianjurkan oleh kursus kurikulum berkredit penyelenggaraan komputer Pusat Pengajian Umum dan Kurikulum Institut Uthm Malaysia. Terlebih dahulu, saya ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada semua yang hadir kerana sudi meluangkan masa bersama-sama pada hari ini. Majlis ini tidak akan dapat direalisasikan jika tiada sokongan daripada mereka yang sudi. Terima kasih sekali lagi saya ucapkan. Akhir kata, saya ingin mengambil kesempatan sekali lagi untuk mengucapkan terima kasih kepada tamu yang sudi hadir dan meluangkan masa untuk menghadiri bengkel penyiaran komputer ini. Pihak kami mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih di atas kerjasama dan keprihatinan semua pihak yang terlibat sama ada secara langsung ataupun tidak langsung. Sekian daripada saya.
Terima kasih Saudari Aina Nadira binti Nur Khalid selaku pengerusi majlis atas ucapan sebentar tadi. Seterusnya, saya menjemput Cik Azhanal binti Misran selaku Assistant Engineer DSKP Resources Berhad untuk sepatah dua kata seterusnya merasmikan program kali ini. Dipersilakan. Terima kasih di atas ucapan serta perasmian program oleh Cik Azhanal binti Misran. Terlebih dahulu, para hadirin diminta sebelum kita memulakan sesi kita pada pagi ini, marilah kita bersama-sama membuka kamera untuk sesi bergambar. Baiklah, tanpa melengahkan masa, saya menjemput Encik Muhammad Azhar bin Muhammad Arsyad untuk menyampaikan perkongsian beliau. Maka berakhirlah sesi perkongsian kita pada hari ini. Saya ingin mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada Encik Muhammad Azhar kerana sudi meluangkan masa beliau dan memberi perkongsian serta penerangan sebentar tadi. Semoga apa yang disampaikan oleh Encik Muhammad Azhar ini dapat memberi manfaat kepada kita semua. Seterusnya, majlis akan diteruskan dengan sesi latihan dalam kumpulan. Tanpa melengahkan masa lagi, kita akan memulakan sesi pembentangan LDK pada pagi ini. Terdapat 7 pembentangan LDK yang akan dibentangkan. Bagi slide LDK pertama, slide akan ditayangkan dan sedikit penerangan akan diberikan oleh fasilitator. Diharapkan semua fasilitator sudah bersedia dengan penerangan masing-masing. Dipersilakan wakil LDK1 untuk pembentangan LDK1 iaitu berkaitan what is augmented reality. Dengan segala hormatnya dipersilakan. Sekian sahaja pembentangan dari fasilitator pertama kita.
So for the LDK one, we will talk about what is augmented reality. And augmented reality is an interactive experience of a real-world environment where the objects that reside in the real world are enhanced by computer-generated perceptual information, sometimes across multiple sensory modalities, including visual, auditory, haptic, somatosensory, and olfactory. AR is on the verge of becoming a part of everyday life. This technology superimposes a CG image on a user's view of real world. Unlike virtual reality, where everything a user sees is generated by a computer, augmented reality keeps the real world focused, but just add elements that aren't really there to enhance the user experience. Then, for the history of augmented reality, it all starts from the year 1968, in which Evan Sutherland created the first head-mounted display called the Sword of Damocles. It paved the way for the AR we use today. And on the year 1990, the term augmented reality was coined by Boeing researcher Tom Coder. And on the year 1992, Louis Rosenberg created the first fully immersive AR system at the US Air Force Research Laboratory. On the year 1998, augmented reality was first used for navigation in NASA X-38 spacecraft. And on the year of 2000, AR Quick launched. The first AR game, as well as a head-mounted display, player had to wear a backpack containing a computer and gyroscope. And on the year 2005, the early 2000s saw the debut of the augmented reality apps for smartphones. One of the first was AR Tennis, a game developed for Nokia phones. On the year 2008, BMW was the first brand to make use of AR code for commercial purposes with its AR enhanced print ads. And on the year of 2009, Esquire published the first AR-enabled magazine where it let readers scan the cover to make the Robert Downey Jr. come to life on the page. And on the year of 2012, Blipper launched the first cloud-based AR app. And on the year of 2014, Blipper developed the first AR games for Google Glass, which was debuted at the Mobile World Congress. And on the year 2017, the number of AR users in the US hit 37 million. This is expected to grow to 67 million by 2020. For the pros of augmented reality, the first pros of augmented reality is the enhanced experience. The primary function of augmented reality is to combine the virtual and real worlds, enhancing the user's experience with the natural environment by intersecting it with stimuli generation. The second pro is the ease of use. The development of augmented reality app for Android and iOS confirm the most up-to-date online and offline shopping experience. Customers can use digital dressing room to help them to get the right dress and reducing the number of returns. The third augmented reality is social interaction. The goal of augmented reality is to create technology that brings people together in a social setting. Pokemon Go is a good example of how AR technology is being used. The game has greatly aided society by socially articulating players. The fourth pros of augmented reality is learning and practice. Learning new things and practicing a few skills has never been easier than with augmented reality. The influence of the augmented reality app has made learning complex subjects easy. The fifth pros of the augmented reality is the social interaction. The impact of AR technology on a device like a smartphone can dramatically increase its reach. Many smartphone applications, such as camera filters, concurrent text converters, communicating maps with detailed topography, and road information for the real-time navigation, are now accustomed to AR. All of these extra features are possible thanks to augmented reality, which is constantly improving human-computer interaction. Now, for the cons of augmented reality, the first cons of augmented reality is the health issues. Extreme engagement with AR technology can lead to eye problems and obesity and also psychological effects. The second cons of augmented reality is the high cost. Cost of development, implementation, and maintenance. The third cons of augmented reality is the accidental situation. The nature of adding digital gen to the real world, augmented reality is able to hide real-world signal from the eyes of the user. The fourth con is the security. AR is vulnerable to security threats and unauthorized access by hacker attacks and malware. Application or device associated with AR technology suffer from a lack of privacy, putting user data at risk. The fifth con is the assault confidentiality. All personal data from the location will be collected. Capture the surroundings in real time, raising a legal issue similar to that of recording someone's chat, shooting pictures of a casual person and their property, which is all prohibited. So, for the comparison with virtual reality, augmented reality adds digital element to a live view, often by using camera on the device, whereas virtual reality creates a complete immersion experience that shuts out the physical world. Augmented reality is made up of 25% of virtual and 75% real, whereas for virtual reality, it is 75% of virtual and 25% of real. And for the augmented reality, no headset is needed, whereas for the virtual reality, it needs headset device. For augmented reality, users are still in touch with the real world while interacting with the virtual object near to them. Virtual reality user is isolated from the real world and immerses himself in a completely fictional world. In augmented reality, user always have sense of presence in the real world. Reality, visual sense control of the system. Augmented reality is used to enhance both real and virtual world, whereas the virtual reality is used to enhance the fictional reality for gaming world. That's all from our LDK. Thank you.
Sekian sahaja pembentangan dari fasilitator pertama kita. Diharap agar hadirin semua dapat memahami serba sedikit apa yang dibentangkan oleh fasilitator kita tadi. Hadirin sekalian, bagi memeriahkan lagi program ini, saya menjemput saudari wakil daripada Biro Modul dan Pengisian untuk mengendalikan sebuah pertandingan kuis berdasarkan pembentangan LDK1 tersebut. Dipersilakan. Kita teruskan lagi dengan pembentangan daripada fasilitator yang kedua yang bertajuk From Idea to Product. Diharapkan fasilitator bersiap sedia dengan pembentangan mereka. Dengan ini, saya menjemput wakil LDK2 bagi pembentangan LDK yang kedua. Majlis dengan segala hormatnya mempersilakan.
Hello everyone, I'm Erickson Amen from Group 2. So my group will be talking about two product for augmented reality. So alright, let's start. We'll be talking about landscape. So one of the ideas for landscape is augmented reality can help with landscaping. Just like you can put virtual furniture into your apartment to see how it will look, you'll be able to place objects outside before you build anything there. So you just imagine, you don't know how your house renovation looks like. So you can use an application in your phone with augmented reality function to show you how your house will look like after done with renovation. So here I will show you a video on how the ideas for landscaping AR.
Hey everyone. We at iScape have been working towards the next step in virtual landscape design. With the upcoming release of the newest version of iScape, no longer will you be working in 2 dimensions, but rather 3. Using augmented reality, the landscaper can interact with the design like never before. Not only can elements be sized, but they can also be rotated 360 degrees. The tools that made earlier versions of iScape easy and fun to use are still right at your fingertips. But of course, we've added even more features with the new release. And in the new version, up to 6 different devices can be connected at once for a truly amazing virtual landscaping collaboration.
Sir, line saya slow, sir.
Line slow, so
Saya beri dengan Erickson, sir. Boleh tak, sir?
boleh.
Nanti ya, tunggu sekejap ah.
Hello everyone. I'm Erickson Amen from Uthm. So my group will be talking ideas to product from ideas to product for augmented rehearsal. Alright, let's start. We'll be talking about so one of the ideas for landscape augmented reality can help with landscaping. Just like you can picture pictures into your apartment to see how it will look. You'll be able to place objects outside before you build anything. So you just imagine. You don't know how your house renovation looks like. So you can use an animation in your phone with augmented reality function to show you how your house will look like after done with renovation. So here I will show you a video on how the ideas for landscaping AR.
Hey everyone, we at iScape have been working towards the next step in virtual landscape design. With the upcoming release of the newest version of iScape, no longer will you be working in 2 dimensions, but rather 3. Using augmented reality, the landscaper can interact with the design like never before. Not only can elements be sized, but they can also be rotated 360 degrees. The tools that made earlier versions of iScape easy and fun to use are still right at your fingertips. But of course, we've added even more features with the new release. And in the new version, up to 6 different devices can be connected at once for a truly amazing virtual landscaping collaboration. Walking around the
Hello everyone, I'm Erickson Amen from Group 2. So my group will be talking about from ideas to product for augmented reality. So alright, let's start. So alright, we'll be talking about landscape. So one of the ideas for landscape is augmented reality can help with landscaping. Just like you can put virtual furniture into your apartment to see how it will look, you'll be able to place objects outside before you build anything there. So you just imagine, you don't know how your house renovation looks like. So you can use an application in your phone with augmented reality function to show you how your house will look like after done with renovation. So here I will show you a video on how the ideas for landscaping AR.
Hey everyone, we at iScape have been working towards the next step in virtual landscape design. With the upcoming release of the newest version of iScape, no longer will you be working in 2 dimensions, but rather 3. Using augmented reality, the landscaper can interact with the design like never before. Not only can elements be sized, but they can also be rotated 360 degrees. The tools that made earlier versions of iScape easy and fun to use are still right at your fingertips. But of course, we've added even more features with the new release. And in the new version, up to 6 different devices can be connected at once for a truly amazing virtual landscaping collaboration. Walking around the 3-dimensional space allows for a completely new experience. We hope you are as excited for the new release of iScape as we are. See you soon.
Hello everyone, my name is Ivy Lim Jeng-yi. So now I will present about the future of augmented reality in digital marketing. The augmented reality opens up many possibilities for marketing. It is visually appealing and can be used to complement brand and customer engagement strategies. It can bring more engagement and loyalty to brands and their products. Imagine walking around the shop with a smartphone in your hands and seeing the price and characteristics of the products, along with special offers and discounts for them. With AR, marketing can become more effective and fun for customers. So now, let me share the video about the future of augmented reality in digital marketing.
Okay, the third is shopping. The biggest problem with buying furniture is that you have almost no idea how it will actually fit into your interior. This is why people hire visual designers who can show the whole picture. Like example, with an AR app, you will be able to place any piece of furniture into your apartment without needing to bring it there physically. IKEA has already made one of the augmented reality ideas come to life when they released their augmented reality application that allows you to do that. It can even scale the furniture and change colors, so you can choose that perfect things for your living room.
Still think augmented reality is just a gimmick? Think again. The smartphone in every customer's pocket can be transformed into a sales supercharger with Markson Augmented Reality. Markson's augmented reality is built for speed, tracking, rendering 3D products up to 10 times faster than ARKit or ARCore alone. Because at Markson, we know that in e-commerce, every second counts. Customers can view products in their own spaces and shop anywhere they carry their devices with an endless aisle experience that you've always wanted to offer your customers. And since Markson Augmented Reality is powered by the 3D Cloud, every content investment you make is reflected in every channel you want to sell in. Web, mobile, VR, AR, 3D search, you name it, the 3D Cloud does it. Across the board, clients using Markson AR see higher average order values, higher average item values within orders, a meaningful overall sales lift, and reduction in returns. Want to peek at the data? Contact us today.
Augmented reality in maps and tourism. Using augmented reality in traveling can make a transformation in the travel industry. With pioneering mobile apps, these augmented experiences can be made extensive to the travelers by simplifying their travel search and building up reliance. What are the importance of AR in travel industry? Over recent times, augmented reality has become increasingly popular within the travel industry. This is primarily because it enables hotels and other businesses operating in this field to enhance the physical environments they are actually trying to encourage customers to visit, including local sites and hotel rooms. Unlike other purchases, travel tends to be heavily researched as customers require lots of information before they arrive. So, this need for information does not stop when the customer arrives. Augmented reality can serve to ensure much of this information is available to them 24/7 at times it is most relevant. Furthermore, one of the keys to AR adoption within the travel industry has been the general change in consumer lifestyle over the past decade. What is the purpose of augmented reality in travel industry? Away from hotel environments, some companies within the travel industry are developing augmented reality apps which allow tourists to enhance physical locations and tourist attractions. This may allow a user to point their smartphone at a building or landmark and learn more about it in real time. AR can give more information on all places you want to visit, and maps combined with an AR guide can bring you a great experience in city exploration. Museums can also put this technology to their advantage by telling their visitors more about the items they see and bringing them to life.
Sekian sahaja untuk sesi Q&A. Jika ada soalan, boleh ajukan di chat box. Terima kasih atas pembentangan dari fasilitator yang terlibat. Saya berharap maklumat yang diterangkan itu dapat memberi manfaat kepada hadirin sekalian. Seperti biasa, saya menjemput wakil daripada Biro Modul dan Pengisian untuk mengendalikan sebuah pertandingan kuis berdasarkan pembentangan LDK 2 tersebut. Dipersilakan. Majlis diteruskan lagi dengan pembentangan untuk LDK ketiga iaitu berkaitan apa itu penyelenggaraan komputer. Untuk lebih terperinci, saya menjemput saudara wakil daripada fasilitator membentangkan tentang apa itu penyelenggaraan komputer. Dengan segala hormatnya, dipersilakan.
Hi there, we are from Group 3. Now, we'll be presenting to you what is actually a computer maintenance. Do you really know what does it means? Do you really know how to keep your computer maintenance regularly? As for now, we will take you to look more into this topic. Before we get started, this video is presented and created by Izzah Iyanah binti Muhammad Rasdi, Khan Jasing, Kemichu Anak Kianhua Mude, and Ku Yung Kwan. So, let us go back to our topic today. What is computer maintenance? Computer maintenance can help keeping a computer in a good state of repair and of course its physical health. It consists a set of maintenance tasks and procedures that help to keep the computer software as well as its hardware updated and operations. Doing so can lengthen the lifespan of your devices, and it can also help you browse the web more safely.
I would like to present about computer maintenance tasks and computer maintenance plan. First of all, what is computer maintenance task? Okay, computer maintenance tasks include reviewing the computer's performance, ensuring that automated system monitoring utilities are properly installed and configured. It also identifying potential security risks and backing up data at regular intervals. The maintenance procedure is part of a wider policy which defines what, how, and when the required change can occur. And also, the procedure also defines step-by-step low-level actions. Okay, the second is computer maintenance plan. Okay, let's see what is computer maintenance plans. Computer maintenance plans is a list of predefined procedure and tasks needed to keep a computer in a good condition. Okay, there are through maintenance checks needed a computer to avoid unnecessary downtime and failure. Okay, a solid computer maintenance plan generally requires several steps, which is including the first is checking computer log file. Okay, log file is keep track of all the tasks from the computer, and the second is assessing hard disk space. By that, it analyzes the current usage rate and growth trend of the device. The next is examining computer folder permission, and the next is monitoring computer temperature.
Next, examining security features. Next, examining computer cleaning. The next is installing security software patches. The next is reading computer logs. Okay, that's for security alerts of evidence of computer hacking attempts. The next is updating antivirus software. Okay, updating antivirus software in all computer on the network. And lastly is performing regular comprehensive backups. Okay, this is to ensure that vital data can be retrieved from storage in the event of a system failure.
Hello everybody. Next, I will start my presentation with the topic Computer Management Checklist and how to clean your computer. First, computer management checklists have included 9 steps. Step 1 is antivirus. First, upgrade your antivirus software and run a scan. Step 2 is anti-spyware or anti-malware. The most antivirus program do a basic spyware check. Step 3 is empty your recycle bin. The best done with CCleaner. Step 4 is treat and allocation for software cleanup. This is another easy step because this is built into Windows. Step 5 is deployment. This is a straightforward process. Pick a driver, ask for analysis, and send it to deployment. Just let it do it. Step 6 is configure your startup. This is a bit more complication, but it's really useful. Step 7 is check Windows, upgrade plugin, and basic allocation. Step 8 is check for backup plan and create system recovery list if applicable. The last step is clean and drag internal computer part and fan, check fan and computer term. Now we move on to the video. The title of video is 10 Tips of Computer Management and Security.
10 tips for computer maintenance and security. Just like getting an oil change for your car, maintaining your computer is crucial to keeping it secure and in good working condition. Good computer maintenance practices will not only make sure your computer is running optimally, but will also protect your valuable data from cybersecurity threats. If you aren't sure where to start, here are 10 tips for maintaining your computer from our IT and information security professionals here at Greybach. Number 1. Update. Make sure your computer operating system and software are up to date. Most computer operating systems have security measures built in, so updates will often include improvements to your computer security, as well as bug fixes for your operating system. Staying up to date makes sure that your computer and data are all protected from both cybersecurity threats and system issues. Number 2. Disk space. Keep an eye on your disk space. If your computer's hard disk becomes full, software will stop working. You can free up space by removing unwanted programs and deleting files you no longer need. If you are using Windows 7, make sure to clean out your temporary files regularly. You can do this by using the Disk Cleanup tool. Make sure the box labeled Temporary Files is checked. Number 3. Backup. Purchase a couple of external hard drives for backing up your computer. On a Mac, the Time Machine program will automatically back up your computer so long as the backup drive is plugged in. You can do the same thing on your PC using Windows Backup. If something happens to your computer, you can use the hard drives to recover your data and even upload the data to a new computer if needed. It also is a good idea to look into cloud backup services. You can never have too many backups. Number 4. Ventilation. Make sure where you place your computer laptop, or desktop has proper ventilation. Cooling is important for the internal components, and a clean computer will increase the life expectancy of the computer. There is a chance that your computer is very dusty. Cleaning the openings and keyboard with compressed air should free up some of the dust and allow for better cooling. If you are using a desktop, you can remove the side of the computer and use compressed air to blow out the remaining dust. The computer must be unplugged prior to removing the side, and it's advised to take it outside to blow out the dust. Number 5. Antivirus. It is very important to have a good antivirus that scans regularly. New viruses are popping up all the time, so scanning regularly keeps your computer running properly and its data safe. Number 6. Safe browsing. Make sure the website you are going to is reliable, and be careful when putting in URLs into your browser, especially when shopping online. Missing one character could send you someplace that could compromise your data, or to a site with content that is not safe for work. Always purchase items at a well-known, reputable website. Do not buy items from a company you have never heard of. Identity theft is really high these days, and buying something at a place you've never heard of could potentially lead to identity theft. Also, when you see a deal on the internet that is too good to be true, it generally is. Number 7. Strong passwords. Use strong passwords, 10 or more characters plus complexity, and don't reuse them in multiple places. Be sure to change your passwords regularly and keep them in a safe place. Number 8. Two-factor authentication. Use two-factor authentication where able. Authenticators generate one-time codes that are only available from your registered device. This prevents people who are not you from logging into your account, even if they have your password. Number 9. Account monitoring. Monitor your financial accounts regularly. If there is a suspicious charge or unknown activity, do not wait to investigate. Number 10. Identify phishing. Watch out for phishing emails. They come in all shapes, sizes, and flavors. Be mindful of any emails that ask for your credentials, personal information, or to take some sort of action, such as click here, download this, etc. Keeping your computer up to date in terms of security and maintenance is crucial to the overall lifespan and health of your desktop or laptop. We hope we've provided some insight and valuable tips to help you on your mission of a well-maintained computer. If you have any questions regarding maintaining and securing your computer, reach out to a certified Gravoc professional by visiting our website at gravoc.com.
Oh my god! Wow!
Next, I will continue to present how to clean the computer. First, drop your keyboard using Compress A. Second, wipe down your monitor. Third, get rid of your mouse, draft, and particle. Next, clean your system thoroughly. Last, power down or reboot your device regularly.
Now, let us focus on how to conserve your hard drive. The first one is defragment the hard drive. Did you know that the disk is the weakest link when it comes to computer performance? This is why defragging your hard drive once a month is so important. Defragging is the process of reorganizing data on your hard drive to speed up file access. The next one will be always backup data at least once a week. You should backup your drive. If you are working on an important project, you can do this daily as to ensure your files are securely stored. The third one will be configured your startup. You should periodically check in on the applications that automatically run at startup, as this application could slow down your computer. The fourth one is to run disk cleanup. You can free up disk space on your hard drive by running a disk cleanup. This will clean up temporary files and extra language files, as well as delete big attachments and more. Last but not least is to install major computer updates. To keep your application running safely and efficiently, you should check for major computer updates at least once a month. These updates can be critical for a long-term health because they patch out critical security holes and remove unnecessary features. For the next one, we'll be focused on how to remove malware. The first way is always update the antivirus software in your computer. Whenever an antivirus software update is available, you should run it that day to remove malware. This update introduces new software features or make improvements on current ones. The second way is always change your password regularly. One of the easiest ways for hackers to gain access to your device is through a cyber attack where they steal your login credential. Upon gaining access to your device, they can access sensitive information such as spam emails, banking information, and more. Therefore, updating your password 4 times a year helps to keep you more secure without much hassle. The third way will be always checking for firmware update. Firmware is a tiny piece of software in your computer that keeps the hardware functioning properly. Sometimes, these updates are included in a major computer update, but you can check it for firmware updates manually on many devices as well. The fourth way will be complete your signature updates. To keep your antivirus software running properly, you will want to do signature updates in addition to software updates. This is to ensure that your device is protected from new viruses. The last one will be consider parental control. If you have kids at home or have other people accessing your device, this can prevent software from being downloaded without your consent by setting up parental controls.
Hi guys, my name is Kuyong Kwan and I'm the last presenter for this session. So now let me continue the presentation. For the next part is how to maintain our file. First, because most of us will do something wrong, like we often keeping the file on our desktop. And actually, if the desktop have many files on it, it will slow down the machine. Therefore, we can move similar files into folders, such as we can organize similar files into folders where we can easily find them and rename them. This will help streamline the cleaning process when it comes time to delete unnecessary items. Second is delete unused program in our device. Is with keeping the unused program, it will cause the memory space decrease, and then we have no more memory space to keep another new file of program that we want. So we can get more memory space by removing unnecessary program from our device. For make the process of delete become more easily, we can filter our program by size, and we can see which one take up the most memory, and after this we can decide from there what we can remove. It will spend less time compared to verifying it manually. Third is clear out the recycling bin. When we delete a file, it will go to the recycling bin, and it giving one last chance to restore a file that we have removed. But it can also take up the memory space on our hard drive if we do not clear it out regularly. Therefore, we should check the recycling bin for any file that may have accidentally been deleted and clear out the rest at least once a month to increase free memory space for our hard drive. And next is remove temporary internet file. If we do not clear the internet file out, it also will take out the memory space for our hard drive. So we should speed out our system by removing temporary internet file and clearing out our cache on hard drive. Last is transfer file on the cloud. File on hard drive will cause the memory space decrease, and it will slow down the machine. But cloud is different. Cloud storage provider allow us to store gigabytes of space without running down our hard drive memory. It also allows us to share our file across multiple devices. And the benefit is, as we download the file or program throughout the day and transfer them to cloud storage, it can save space on our hard drive. So next I will share more maintenance remind. First is avoid overheating our device. We can set our computer in an area of our office or home that can get good airflow with 2 inches of empty space on either side. And we also need to give our machine room to breathe because it can prevent overheating, which extends the life of our device. Besides that, stack of paper and other items being placed on our computer can also make it overheat. So keep our desk area organized and free of clutter. Second is keep our cord over organized. It means cable clutter can collect dust and become more easily damaged. So cable station and other cord organizers can help organize our area. It will also save our time and stress next time we go to unplug our computer. Third is don't overcharge our device. If we are working off our laptop, it can be tempting to charge the battery all night. While doing so will not damage the device, but one of the best ways to maintain the battery over an extended period of time is to unplug it once it reaches 100%. We should also remove the battery altogether if we won't be using the device for a month or more to help extend its shelf life. Next, keep food and drink away. It can only take one can of soda to destroy a device, so we should avoid eating or drinking near our computer to reduce the risk. Last is avoid spam while browsing. If a weird email shows up in our inbox or an unexpected pop-up while browsing, resist the urge to open it. Malware scam can greatly damage our device and put our file and privacy at risk. For the last, we will share a video about the automatic maintenance.
Welcome to this Windows channel, and this is a little information video about a feature of Windows that is called the automatic maintenance. Now in Windows, probably since Windows Vista, there's a automatic maintenance that has been added to operating system. And it's cool because it does a lot of little things. First, it checks for any errors, hardware errors, things that might not go very well. It will defrag your hard drive to make it optimized. It also optimizes some of the functionalities of the operating system. A little process. By default, this automatic maintenance, though, is scheduled at a time where most people have the computer shut down. So you might want to change the time. And another good thing about the automatic maintenance is not only it keeps your Windows operating system running well, but it will not interfere with your work. So if you do automatic maintenance at a time that you're using a computer, it will not do it while you're using. It's going to wait for the computer to be idle. Now, if you put your computer in sleep mode, it will wake up from sleep mode if you want to do it. But the problem is, after a certain time, most computers will go into hibernate. And hibernate will really prevent the automatic process from starting. So to check the options and see if it's turned on correctly, you can right click on the start button, go into the control panel. Here you'll see security and maintenance. If you don't see that, it's because you're in category view. Change it to large icon view. Go into security and maintenance, and there you'll see in the maintenance section automatic maintenance. Now you see mine says last run date 14 January at 10:23 a.m. So this morning computer was on. I wasn't doing anything for a little while. It took that occasion to do it. If you look at the performance task, it will tell you what time it's scheduled at. By default, it's 2 a.m., which is not the best of times because most people have their computer turned off. Now, as you've seen, mine is 2 a.m., but the computer is intelligent enough in the operating system to actually say, okay, well, computer's off at 2 a.m. At the time, I'll do it. So at least you see that it does it when you actually keep your computer idle. You can change that to another time if you want, a time when you know the computer's on and that it can schedule its tasks. So for example, I can say 10 a.m. for example. I know my computer's on always at 10 a.m. And basically, if you're using the computer, it won't do anything, but as soon as it sees it can do it, it's going to start working and do the scheduled maintenance. If you put that check mark here, it will allow scheduled maintenance to wake up the computer from sleep mode. If you don't have that check mark, it will not even wake up from sleep. You have to put the check mark to allow the computer to wake up for maintenance. And
And basically, remember that if your computer goes into hibernate, it will not work because hibernate is almost like a shutdown. Computer cannot wake up automatically from that. So once you set the correct time, click OK. It is a useful feature, and it means that you, on your side as a user, will not have a lot to do as of a maintenance level because it's already going to be done for you. So it's a cool little feature, automatic maintenance in Windows 10. This video, by the way, applies to Windows 8.1 and Windows 7 also. Just simply go into the control panel as I've shown. If you enjoy my videos, why not subscribe to my channel? You'll be informed when new videos are online. Give us thumbs up if you like the videos, and hope that you enjoy our videos. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, something about a video you can that you would like to see on the channel, let me know, and I'll try to post that video.
That's all from us. We hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.
Sekian sahaja pembentangan dari LDK 3. Hadirin sekalian, seperti biasa kita buka sesi Q&A. Jika ada soalan, boleh ajukan di chat box. Terima kasih untuk kumpulan 3 dengan pembentangan yang disampaikan. Sungguh mantap pembentangan beliau dengan adanya tayangan video yang telah disediakan. Saya berharap hadirin dapat memahami apa itu penyelenggaraan komputer. Kita teruskan lagi majlis kita dengan sesi kuis LDK 3. Dipersilakan Wakil Biro Modul dan Pengisian untuk mengendalikan kuis. Majlis akan diteruskan lagi dengan pembentangan LDK dari fasilitator keempat iaitu berkaitan mengenali komponen komputer. Dipersilakan Wakil LDK 4 untuk menerangkan dengan lebih terperinci tentang komponen komputer.
A very good afternoon to the VIPs, doctors, and students from my college Polytechnic Marabata Bahat. My name is Hong Jae. Today, LDK4 would like to present about the computer component installations process. Before we start our presentations, I would like to introduce the LDK4 members. Next. First, so we have two presenters for LDK4, which are Mr. Ray and Mr. Raj. Without wasting the time, I would like to invite LDK4 Bureau Technical to play the video presentations.
My team member, Mr. Phua. Hi and hello everyone. Thanks for participating in this session. My name is Yuvraj Krishnan. Today, my friend Ray and I am going to present you about how to install the PC components. Before we proceed to the installation part, let me bring you to the quick recap of the computer components and tools. Okay, the very main first component is a motherboard. The most important part of the computer. All the components are plugged into it. The motherboard determines what CPU and memory you can use. The second main component is central processing unit, as known as CPU. This is the brain of the computer. Make sure the socket matches the motherboard. And the third very important component is random accessing memory. It stores information while the computer is running. Make sure the motherboard can handle the socket and speed. The next very important component is hard disk drive. It stores information that is written when the power is off. The next component is CD and DVD driver. The function of the CD DVD driver is to read CDs, DVDs, which is useful to install softwares. The next very main important component is case or chassis. This is to store the computer other components. The next very main component is power supply. This power supply is to provide power or to turn on the turn off the computer. The next very main component is video card or graphic card. This will fit in your specific motherboard. A video card is required to play video games and better visual experience. The next very main component is monitor. This is to display the graphics. And the last and very main component is cooling system. This cooling system is to remove the waste heat produced by computer components and also to keep components within permissible operating temperature limits. Furthermore, let me explain you about the most important tools that required when installing computer components. The very first main tools that you require when installing computer components: screwdrivers, flathead, and Phillips head may be needed depending on your screws. And the next important tool is anti-static wrist strap. This tool to protect your computer components from static discharge. And the last main tool is screws that should come with the case, motherboard, and hard drive. Please remember, don't lose your screws. Okay, thank you for listening and watching my session. The next part of this presentation, I let my friend Mr. Ray to continue. Thank you.
For step one, you need to get the computer component. You need to gather all the basic component of a computer. So a computer component consists of the case, CD DVD drive, central processing unit, CPU, the hard disk drive, the monitor, motherboard, power supply, PSU, random access memory or RAM, and the last but not least, a video card. Some come with power supply unit. If the computer case you purchase does not install your power supply in the empty void in the back of the case, some case mount the power supply on top, while others mount them on the bottom of the case. Use the 4 screw that come with your power supply or case to secure the power supply, as this is the most expensive part of your computer. Installing the CPU will involve raising the lever next to the CPU socket to open the retainer lid. Second, remove the plastic cover inside the retainer. Third, place the CPU in the socket correctly. Each socket is different. Make sure your CPU is oriented correctly. Look for a triangle or other mark to indicate correct orientation. Fourth, lower and lock the lever to secure the CPU to the motherboard. Fifth, install the factory CPU fan by pressing it into the mounting holes on the motherboard. Last but not least, plug the CPU fan into the motherboard. Step 4. The RAM access memory or RAM can be installed in the socket near the CPU. Some motherboards perform better if the memory is installed in matching socket. Consult your motherboard documentation for specific information on this. So if you only have 2 RAM sticks, install them in matching socket. Make sure to push the RAM into the socket fully so the locking lever on either side move up and are activated. Step 5. Install the motherboard. The motherboard needs to be securely mounted in the case. Next, install the I/O shield that comes with the motherboard. You place this on the back of the computer case and the connector stick through the I/O shield. Position the motherboard to line up with the I/O shield and the offset and screw the motherboard down with the screw from the case. Route the cable carefully around the motherboard and connect the power supply to the motherboard. There are several connectors here that only plug in one way, like a Step 6. Install the hard drive and CD-DVD drive. The case will have a section to hold internal hard drive called a bay. Some computer cases may provide rail or slider to make removing the hard drive easier or toolless. Secure the hard drive in the bay. Route the proper power cord to the drive and plug in the power supply to the hard drive. Connect the proper data cable SATA or parallel from the hard drive to the motherboard. The case will have a removable cover for a CD-DVD drive. You may need to remove the cover to install the drive. Use the mounting screw that comes with the case to secure the CD-DVD drive. Route the power cord to the CD-DVD drive and connect the proper data cable from CD-DVD drive to the motherboard. Step 7. Install the video card. The back of the computer case will have removable slot for extra device. Removal slot need to install the graphic card in the expansion slot nearest to the CPU. Place the video card in the slot and push the video card in the socket on the motherboard. Make sure the locking lever raises up to lock the video card in place. Some video cards require additional power, so plug in the power supply to the video card. Step 8. Finishing the computer build. Now is the time to double check that you have done everything correctly. Make sure all the components are connected to the power supply. Make sure all components are properly connected to the motherboard. Connect the peripheral to the computer, such as keyboard, mouse, monitor, or network cable. Connect power supply to electrical outlet and turn on the computer.
Since we have watched the theory video from the two presenters, now I would like to invite Bureau Technical to play the practical videos for all the students. That's all from LK4. I hope everyone can enjoy these sections with us. Thank you.
Sekian sahaja pembentangan dari LDK 4. Hadirin sekalian, kita buka sesi Q&A. Jika ada soalan, boleh ajukan di chat box. Terima kasih kepada fasilitator atas penerangannya itu tadi. Diharapkan semua hadirin dapat memahami info-info yang berkaitan dengan komponen komputer yang dibentangkan oleh kumpulan 4 sebentar tadi. Seperti biasa, saya menjemput wakil daripada Biro Modul dan Pengisian untuk mengendalikan sebuah pertandingan kuis berdasarkan pembentangan LDK 4 dipersilakan. Hadirin yang dihormati, majlis akan berehat sebentar untuk memberi laluan kepada hadirin untuk melaksanakan solat Zuhur dan makan tengah hari. Kita akan menyambung semula program ini pada jam 2 petang. Para hadirin diminta untuk scan QR code sebelum bersurai. Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sebelum memulakan majlis, para hadirin diminta untuk scan QR code terlebih dahulu. Assalamualaikum dan selamat petang hadirin semua. Saya berharap anda semua masih bertenaga dan memberi perhatian untuk meneruskan program kita pada petang ini. Tanpa melengahkan masa lagi, kita akan memulakan sesi pembentangan LDK seterusnya. Majlis diteruskan dengan LDK 5 berkaitan cara format komputer. Dengan ini, saya menjemput saudara fasilitator LDK 5 bagi meneruskan pembentangan.
Thank you, Ms. Iza Eliana. Assalamualaikum and good evening to everyone. My name is Nur Aina Farhana binti Anwar and I will represent my teammate for LDK5 with the title is How to Format a Computer. So I will show my teammate simple video about how to format a computer that you all can be follow.
Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to teach you all how to format Windows 10 PC. So the first step is you have to search for the start menu and then click on the settings button over here. Next, in the settings, you have to select the update and security here. Then on the left plane, you have to select recovery. After you click the recovery part, it will show three options where reset this PC, go back to an earlier build, or an advanced startup. So for our formatting option, we have to choose the resetting this PC. Go back to an earlier build is you have to bring back to the older update. Advanced startup is to format any USB drive or DVD. So we have to click the get started. After you click, there will be two options, which is keep my files or remove everything. Keep my files will remove the apps and the settings on the PC, but will keep your personal files like our pictures, videos, documents, and etc. If you choose remove everything, it will remove all of the files, including personal files, apps, and settings. So we can choose either keep my files or remove everything. If you choose remove everything, it will give two options. First one is just remove my files, which will just delete the files and it won't clean the drives. So you can recover the files at any time. The second option is you have to clean the drive. So that if you are giving this PC to another person, you can choose the second options where they cannot recover your erased files. Next is you have to click next if the Windows prompted and give this warning so that you won't be able to roll back to a prior version of OS. Then click the reset when this is prompted. Windows will then restart and take several minutes to reset itself. That's the steps. Thank you.
If you plan to give your PC to someone else, or if it's behaving unpredictably and you want to start over, you can reset your PC back to its original state when you first bought it. Resetting your PC removes all your apps and settings, then reinstalls Windows, but lets you keep your personal files if you want to. This way, you can recover your PC to as new condition without losing the important stuff. To get started, open the Start menu and select the Settings icon from the left rail. Then go to Update and Security, followed by Recovery from the left-hand side. You can also get to it by searching for the word Reset from the taskbar, then selecting Reset this PC from the top of the search results. From there, click Get Started to begin. First, choose whether you'd like to keep your personal files, like your documents and pictures, or remove them all, which will also remove everyone else's user accounts and personal files too. If you remove everything, you can also clean your drive at the same time. Cleaning your drive not only removes everyone's files, but overwrites the drive with random data, making it harder for anyone to recover information from it. Although this option is more secure, it can take several hours to complete, so use this option if you're recycling your PC or giving it away. Otherwise, if you still plan on keeping it, you can just have the files removed, which is much quicker. For this video, we'll keep all our personal files, so we'll go back to the previous page and select the first option. Windows will then search your PC and list all the apps you installed from the web or from installation disk that'll be removed. So make sure you have a copy of the setup files and license keys for all the apps you want to keep, so you can reload them again afterwards. Any apps you've downloaded from the store can be reinstalled from your account library. We'll show you how later in the video. Note that all the apps that are built into Windows, like the Mail and Calendar apps, will be restored automatically with their default settings. Lastly, it'll display a summary of what will happen during the process, so when you're ready, click the Reset button to begin. This will prepare the system for recovery, then restart your PC and continue uninterrupted until completion. Note that depending on the cleanup options you chose, this could take anywhere from several minutes to several hours, so it's usually best to let it run and come back once it's finished. If you chose to keep your files, you'll see the lock screen when it's done, where you can sign back into the PC as normal. Once you've signed in, it'll take a few more minutes to set things up again, after which you're all set. To finish up, you'll need to reconnect to your Wi-Fi, reload your apps and settings, and reinstall any devices connected to your PC, like printers or Bluetooth devices. To help reload your apps, open the file on your desktop labeled Removed Apps. This will list all the apps that were removed, which we saw earlier, so you can see which ones you need to reinstall, either from the web or from installation disk. To reload the apps you downloaded from the store, make sure you're connected to the internet. Then, open up the store from the taskbar. From there, go to your account on the upper right and sign back in with your Microsoft account. Once you're signed in, select the account icon again and go to your library, which lists all the apps you've previously downloaded from the store. Click the Show All link on the upper right to view them all. Then just select the ones you want to reload. In addition, if any of the built-in apps need updating, like the Mail and Calendar, you'll see an icon above indicating how many updates are available. Click the icon to view them, after which you can update them all in one go. Lastly, if your computer has a serious issue that prevents Windows from loading, you can also reset your PC from the Advanced Repair menu that's accessible when your computer starts up. This menu can help resolve common startup problems, and you'll have the option to load it automatically on the second failed startup attempt. Otherwise, you can also load them manually in a couple of ways. One way is to start your PC from a USB recovery drive, which we've explored in a separate video. Once it's loaded, just choose your keyboard layout from the list, after which it'll load the repair options. Another way is to start your PC from the Windows setup disk if you have it. Then choose Repair Your Computer from the Install screen to load the same menu. Check out our video on advanced startup options for all the different ways you can access these options. Once you're there, select the Troubleshoot option from the main menu, then go to Reset this PC, after which you can choose to keep your files or remove them all like before. We'll go ahead and remove everything this time around. Windows will then restart your computer and prepare the recovery. Once it's back up, you can choose whether you'd just like to delete the files or clean the drive as well. Once you've made your choice, it'll display a summary of the items that'll be removed. So if you're ready to go, hit the Reset button to begin, which will reboot your PC and continue uninterrupted until completion like before. So if you ever want a fresh start, just reset your PC and get it back to as good as new without losing your important stuff.
Okay, I hope you all can understand and can be practiced at home. It is because we often send a computer or laptop to the shop for format and usually charge for 30 ringgit for just a format, right? So when you know how to format your own computer or laptop at home, it will save a lot of money that can be used for another thing. That's all from me and my teammates. Thank you for your attention and participation.
Sekian sahaja pembentangan dari LDK5. Hadirin sekalian, kita buka sesi Q&A. Jika ada soalan, boleh ajukan di chat box. Terima kasih fasilitator kelima dengan penerangan yang mantap dan jelas berkaitan dengan cara format komputer. Diharapkan semua peserta dan pelajar dapat memahami perkara yang telah dibentangkan oleh fasilitator kelima sebentar tadi. Kita teruskan lagi majlis dengan sesi kuis LDK5. Dipersilakan Wakil Biro untuk mengendalikan kuis. Majlis diteruskan lagi dengan pembentangan LDK6 berkaitan cara pemasangan komponen komputer. Dengan segala hormatnya, dipersilakan Wakil Fasilitator LDK6 untuk pembentangan.
Tak ada voice. Cuba guna share tab. Stop presenting. Then buat presenting for YouTube only.
Process of a computer is handled by the CPU. So next,
Hey, I'm Muhammad Kamel and I'm going to talk about a few more of the internal component of a computer. The first one, I'm going to talk about the graphic processing unit, the GPU. The GPU, also commonly called graphic cards. The GPU can make the computer to generate high-end visual. communicate directly with the display monitor. GPU is used to boost up the performance of your games and video rendering. Next component is the random access memory, the RAM. Volatile memory. It gets erased every time when the computer restarts or shut down. RAM stores data regarding frequently accessed program and processes. RAM helps program and game to start up and close down quickly. Is the storage. All the computer needs somewhere to store their data. Modern computer either use a hard disk drive HDD or solid state drive SSD. HDD is cheaper than SSD and more obsolete.
This is the power supply unit, or some people like to call it the PSU. The PSU doesn't really supply any power, but instead it converts the main AC to low voltage regulated DC power for the internal components of a computer. Some power supply units have a manual switch for selecting input voltage, while others automatically adapt to the main voltage. Okay, next I will show you a short video explaining more about the power supply unit.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Mr. Westfall here, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the power supply unit, sometimes abbreviated as PSU. Make sure you understand the differences between AC and DC before beginning this lab. Most houses are wired to supply around 120 volts AC to different appliances, including your PC. Here you can see me using the multimeter tool to read the AC voltage coming from the wall. Chips in your computer's motherboard, as well as all of the other internal components, need DC power in order to operate. The function of the PSU is to convert high voltage AC input into 3.3, 5, and 12 volt DC output that the computer can use. The AC power input is supplied to the PSU using a standard computer cable that plugs into the wall and then into the power supply. The DC output is supplied to various components using different connectors. I'm going to explain each in this video. First is the P1 power connector. It is a 20 or 24 pin connector that connects power supplies to the computer's motherboard. Most power supplies use an additional 4, 6, or 8 pin connector to supply extra power. Components such as the hard drive, floppy drive, and optical drive use different connectors to supply power. The SATA power connector shown here is used to connect power to devices such as a hard drive. This is a Molex connector. It is a 4-pin connector used to supply power to older hard drives, but it's not often used anymore. This is a mini connector. It is used to supply power to the largely extinct floppy disk drive. When you look at the back of the power supply, you're going to see a large fan. This keeps the components inside cool and prevents overheating. Remember to always use caution when working around electricity. Make sure that the power supply is unplugged before removing it for your lab.
Next, I will explain about external components of the computer. External components of the computer are usually components that are outside of the power system unit. The first component is the mouse. Mouse is used to move the pointer on the screen. There are a few types of mouse such as Bluetooth mouse, wired mouse, trackball mouse, USB mouse, and a laser mouse. Next is a keyboard. The keyboard, the function of the keyboard is used to enter the characters and functions into the computer system by pressing the button or keys. There are a few types of keyboards such as wired keyboard, wireless keyboard, USB keyboard, and etc.
Hi everyone. Now I would like to continue the presentation of external component of the computer. The first external component I would like to share is monitor. A computer monitor is an output device that displays information in pictorial form. The function of the monitor is to facilitate communication between the user and the computer. Besides that, a computer monitor also is a display adapter that displays information processed by the video card of the computer. The next external component is speaker. Speaker is an output hardware device that connects to a computer to generate sound. The signal used to produce the sound that comes from a computer speaker is created by the computer's sound card. In short, speaker is an audio output that can heard by the listener. And there is another one external components I would like to share with you guys is microphone. Microphone is a hardware of computer and it is also an input device that captures audio by converting sound wave into electrical signal. Therefore, microphones can allow computer users to input audio into their computers. And that's all from me. And I would like to pass the time to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hi guys, my name is Madan Raj and I am going to talk about the next external component that used in the computer, which is the webcam. A webcam is actually a digital video device commonly built into a computer to transmit pictures over the internet. It can also use to snap pictures or record a video. Laptops have a built-in webcam, but for PC users, you need to buy an external webcam and attach it on your monitor. The last component is printer. I think everyone is familiar with printer. Printer is a device that accepts text and graphic output from a computer and transfer the information to paper. So basically, a printer is an output device that prints paper documents. The most common types of printers are the inkjet and laser printers. Well, that brings us to the end. We would like to thank you for your time and attention today. We hope that our presentation made you understand a little bit about the components of computer. Thank you.
Okay, so and for our presentation slide, I believe that some of you will feel boring for this presentation slide. So we found some interesting presentation video from YouTube. So we will show you now. So let's start it.
You may already know that there are many important parts inside a computer. But what exactly do they do? Let's take a look inside and learn about the various components that make a computer work. Whether it's a desktop computer or a laptop, every computer has a large circuit board called a motherboard. This contains some of the most important parts of the computer, such as the CPU, also known as the Central Processing Unit or processor. The CPU can be considered the brain of the computer because it processes information and carries out commands. Since it tends to get hot, it's covered by a piece of metal called a heatsink, which draws heat away from the processor. The motherboard also contains the computer's RAM, or random access memory. This is the short-term memory that the computer uses whenever it's performing calculations. However, you cannot store your files there, because the RAM is cleared when you shut off the computer. The hard drive provides long-term storage, keeping all of the computer's data even when it's turned off. Many hard drives use a magnetic platter to store data, but many newer computers have solid-state drives, which are faster and more durable, but also more expensive. On many desktop computers, the motherboard has expansion slots that allow you to upgrade by adding expansion cards. You can add a video card to get better graphics performance, or you can add a wireless card to connect to your wireless home network. Most laptops, however, don't have expansion slots. Of course, the computer's components need electricity to run. The power supply unit is designed to take power from the wall outlet and send it to all of the different components that need power. Laptops also contain a built-in battery that lets you use them anywhere. A computer is a pretty complex machine, but now that you've seen what goes on inside, it should be a little less mysterious.
So and for the YouTube video, and we thank you for your patience to enjoy our video presentation. So we will move to the other section. Thank you.
Sekian sahaja pembentangan dari LDK 6. Hadirin sekalian, kita buka sesi Q&A. Jika ada soalan, boleh ajukan di chat box. Terima kasih fasilitator ke-6 dengan penerangan yang jelas berkaitan dengan cara pemasangan komponen komputer. Diharapkan semua peserta dan pelajar dapat memahami perkara yang telah disampaikan sebentar tadi. Kita teruskan lagi majlis kita dengan sesi kuis LDK 6. Seperti biasa, dipersilakan Wakil Biro Model dan Pengisian untuk mengendalikan kuis. Majlis diteruskan lagi dengan pembentangan LDK 7 berkaitan cara penjagaan komputer. Dengan segala hormatnya, dipersilakan Wakil Fasilitator LDK 7 untuk penerangan.
A very good afternoon to all participants. We are from Group 7. Today we would like to share the ways to protect computer or a laptop. Next slide. Here is the QR code for the participants to scan the QR code for clock in for attendance. Now all the participants can scan the QR code. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's start our presentation. Now I will introduce what is computer maintenance to all participants. Actually,
Sorry, for QR tu tadi untuk group LDK sahaja, bukan untuk semua orang.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sorry. Actually, computer maintenance is the practice of keeping computers in a good state of repair. A computer containing accumulated dust and debris may not run properly. Dust and debris will accumulate as a result of air cooling. Any filters used to mitigate this need regular service and change. Why we need to do computer maintenance? Actually, while we're doing computer maintenance, it will bring us a lot of advantage. And what is the advantage of doing computer maintenance? First and foremost, it will be an early detection of issues and prevention against virus and malware. It also will speed up our computer or laptop, and it will also maximize software efficiency. And when we're doing computer maintenance, it will also help us to prevent data loss. If we does not doing computer maintenance, then our computer will achieve an optimum performance and will easily get too hot and lag. The hard drive accumulate more and more content. RAM also can't take it anymore when using a large number of programs at the same time. The computer and operating system will be also getting old because the laptop version is getting old and does not update as time day to day. Next slide. Now, there are 3 ways to take care our laptop or computer. First and foremost is the software. We can through software to take care our laptop, and also through the way take care hardware for our laptop or computer. The third way is through environment or physically method to take care our laptop. Next slide.
So now I'm going to talk about ways to protect computer software. Next slide. So the first way is to install antivirus software. Antivirus software is a software that is installed on a computer system to protect software from viruses, spyware, malware, trojans, phishing attacks, rootkits, and spam attacks, as well as any other cyber threats. Malware infections can compromise the performance of your computer and expose your confidential information to third-party cyber criminals. Businesses nowadays likely use computer on a daily basis, which is why it's paramount that they have sufficient virus protection. Computer viruses are more sophisticated and harmful than ever. A virus could damage your computer to the point where it can no longer be used. In order to protect your business and its computer systems, you need antivirus software. Some examples of antivirus software are Bitdefender, Panda Free Antivirus, Malwarebytes, and others. Antivirus servicer scans all of your downloads. It runs in the background and checks every file you open and compares it to known viruses and other types of malware. This is to help you prevent your machine from becoming infected. The software also runs system scans to ensure that no viruses are lying dormant on your computer. If your antivirus software comes across a signature for a virus or other malware, it will stop that file from running and put it into quarantine, where it will either delete it automatically or you can choose to run it if you are confident it is a false detection. The second way to protect the computer software is to keep your OS, apps, and browser up to date. This is because the up-to-date software will have security fixes that prevent hackers from accessing and exploiting your data. All software that you run on your computer could potentially have flaws. When updates are available, you might see a pop-up when you open the software. Updating the software or system also enables a faster and more responsive browsing experience. Every web page that loads in a browser triggers it to perform a number of different tasks. One of these tasks is loading component files. These files include images, programming scripts, and other resources that help improve the look and functionality of the website you are visiting. All browsers do not perform this task with the same speed as new browsers. This makes your experience on the web considerably slower and can sometimes cause your browser to crash or freeze. Always search for the latest version of update if we receive alert that makes sense. The next slide. So the third way to protect our computer software is to use passwords and to lock our device. Unauthorized access is a potentially major problem for anyone who uses a computer or high-tech devices. The consequences for victims of these break-ins can include the loss of valuable data such as presentations, emails, and music. Victims may also have their bank account information, money, or even their identity stolen. Moreover, unauthorized users may use someone else's computer to break the law, which could put the victim in legal trouble. One of the most common ways that hackers break into computers is by guessing passwords. Simple and commonly used passwords enable intruders to easily gain access and control of a computer device. No security system is perfect nowadays. Consumers are realizing this on a large scale. Passwords provide the first line of defense against unauthorized access to your computer and personal information. The stronger your password, the more protected your computer will be from hackers and malicious software. Hence, you should maintain strong passwords for all accounts on your computer. For example, we should use a unique password for each of your computer accounts. And we should not use the same password across multiple accounts. And we should also ensure that our password should be at least 8 characters long. And the password should consist of lowercase and uppercase letters, numbers, and symbols. And then we should also change our passwords regularly and avoid using same password over and over again. We can also further enhance our password with other forms of verification, include biometric methods like fingerprint or retina scan, two-factor authentication, as well as face unlock. A strong password, updated apps, and antivirus software installation safeguards all of your data against potential third-party hackers, which is precisely why it's such an essential part of computer maintenance. So I will pass to the next presenter to present about her part.
Other than the software, hardware also be one of the ways to protect laptop or computer. First of all, protect the LCD display's monitor. When you shut up your laptop, make sure there are no small items such as a pencil or small earphone on the keyboard. These can damage the display screen. If the laptop is shut off, the screen will scratch. If the item is rough, close the lid gently and holding it in the middle. Closing the lid using only one side causes pressure on that hinge and over time can cause it to bend and snap. Next. The second one will be keep your device cool and try to keep the laptop on a flat, clean surface. Avoid using your computers on soft surface like your bed or pillow because that will prevent the air from the flowing through your computer. Try to find out a cool and hard surface for your computer to prevent overheating and to encourage airflow. If you have a usable and cool basement, consider using your laptop or computer there. You also should also invest a cooling pad or fans to prevent overheating. Actually, overheating will affect the performance of the laptop. This is because the laptop will reduce the performance in order to keep the temperature of the laptop in a safety range. Next. The third one will be to know twice the cords. We think that the power cords and other cables can twist and bend, and they are often the last thing to be shoved in a bag. However, cables are often more delicate than you may think. The joints where the cable connects with the charging port can easily get worn and scraped, quickly becoming dangerous to use. One of the most frustrating things when you are relying on your computer for working while you are out of the hours is a malfunctioning power cable. A good idea is to wrap the wires around something to bring them together. This also means they will be folded so tightly. However, be sure that whatever you are doing this with has no sharp points or edge. They could also damage the cable. That's all from me. Thanks.
Hello. Now I will present for the ways to to take care of your computer physically and what to be for us to pay attention of for our computer. First, always be careful with food and drinks. For example, keep liquids away from your laptop. As tempting as it might be to drink coffee, soda, water, or any other liquid near your laptop, accident can happen all too easily. Alternatively, use a cup with a cover on it, so even if it does spill, the liquid doesn't go anywhere. Spilled liquids may damage the internal microelectronic components or causes electric damage. Short circuit can corrupt data or even permanently destroy some part of the laptop. Other than that, we must always keep food away from the laptop. Never eat over your laptop. The food crumbs can fall between the keys and provide an invitation to small bug or damage the security. Worse yet, the laptop will look dirty if there are crumbs on it. Second, do not use your computer in a room where animals are. Your pet fur and hair can get into the internal working of the laptop and eventually damaging them. Also, larger animals such as dogs can also accidentally damaging them by knocking them off their support by brushing past, wagging tail, or even tripping over the legs. Thirdly, avoiding placing heavy material such as books on your top of your computer. This is because heavy object, when we put heavy object on our laptop, the object may push the LCD screen into the keyboard and will eventually damaging both of them. So prevent putting heavy material on top of your laptop is one of the important way to protect and take care of your laptop. Thank you.
For this slide, I will explain why we should have this for a laptop. It is very important for us to buy a padded protection because by having a good protection, we can protect our laptop from something bad happen, such as crack or huge damage. For an example, we can choose laptop sleeve, laptop case, or laptop bag. If we use bag or laptop bag, it can protect the laptop from damage or dirty. Laptop sleeve can also minimize amount of dust or protect it against minor bumps. Last but not least, laptop case also can protect our hardware like falling or crack. We can also use this padded protection for safeguarding against accident that we might not know if happen in the future. If we do not buy this padded protection, the laptop will be exposed to a very vulnerable element that is not good for us. That's all.
Sekian sahaja pembentangan dari LDK7. Hadirin sekalian, seperti biasa, kita buka sesi Q&A. Jika ada soalan, boleh ajukan di chat box. Terima kasih fasilitator ketujuh dengan penerangan yang mantap dan jelas berkaitan dengan cara penjagaan komputer. Diharapkan semua peserta dan pelajar dapat memahami perkara yang telah disampaikan sebentar tadi. Kita teruskan lagi majlis kita dengan sesi kuis LDK7. Dipersilakan Wakil Biro Modul dan Pengisian untuk mengendalikan kuis. Berakhirlah sesi pembentangan LDK kita. Saya ingin merakamkan ucapan terima kasih kepada ahli-ahli fasilitator yang telah berkongsi ilmu serta memberi pencerahan mengenai komputer. Saya berharap info-info yang diterangkan dapat memberi manfaat kepada kita semua di masa hadapan. Hadirin hadirat sekalian, tidak lengkap majlis kita tanpa sebarang kata akhir. Oleh itu, saya mempersilakan penyelaras dan tenaga pengajar khusus penyelenggaraan komputer Encik Engku Muhammad Nasri bin Engku Mat Nasir untuk merumuskan program kita pada hari ini sekaligus mengumumkan penutupan majlis bagi hari ini. Dengan segala hormatnya, dipersilakan.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good evening. Untuk rehearsal pada petang ni, saya amat berpuas hati dengan you all punya presentation dan persediaan untuk program pada hari esok. Tapi ada beberapa penambahbaikan yang kita akan buat sekejap lagi. Terutama sekali untuk kita punya program pada hari esok lah. Apapun good job dan well done kepada semua yang telah terlibat dengan jayanya. Dan saya difahamkan TMB telah memaklumkan kepada saya berkaitan dengan you punya bekalan kuasa di asrama, di hostel, di UTHM akan mula ditutup secara berperingkat pada hari ini dan hari esok. So hopefully semua yang terlibat mohon ambil tindakan wajar yang seperti mana yang telah kamu semua berbincang dengan saya secara personal message dengan saya semalam. So tahniah diucapkan dan hopefully segala maklumat dan persediaan yang telah kita lakukan ini mendapat orang kata keberkatan dan mendapat manfaat untuk memberi manfaat kepada semua yang terlibat. So oleh itu saya mengharapkan semoga program-program seperti ini dapat dijayakan dengan yang terbaiklah pada esok hari. So untuk rehearsal maka dengan ni saya rasa kita tamatkan rehearsal pada petang ini dengan satu sesi orang kata sesi touch up berkaitan dengan apa yang perlu kita buat. So tahniah diucapkan kepada siapa tu Izzah, Aina Nadira dan semua yang telah terlibat dengan jayanya. Dan dia punya presentation agak clear, cumanya saya nak berkaitan dengan teknikal So tadi kumpulan Jenggi tadi ada masalah sedikit tentang technical setup, betul tak? Betul tak Jenggi?
Ya, doktor.
Tapi tadi dah kena pasti laptop mana yang sesuai.
Oh, okey, doktor.
Okey, cumanya saya nak uh, everyone please tengok dekat group WhatsApp. Saya nak tanya, anyone know how to, sebabnya saya dapat view daripada ketua jabatan baru inform saya tadi dia baru hantar gambar berkaitan dengan dia punya slideshow apa yang berlaku esok. Anyone know macam mana nak buat seperti dalam gambar yang saya share dekat dalam group WhatsApp? Jenfong, any idea Jenfong? Jenfong?
That one that one is, if you click the present now, right, use a tape button, the last option, best for video and animation.
Macam mana? Can you just make a demo for us?
Okay, if I now use the share screen, everyone can see, right? This, right? It will be like this. Then you click the YouTube, it will be like that. Okay? But if we choose the last one, a tab, then if we present like that, we choose the slide, the tab we want, like Lagu Negara just now, then we present. It will only show like this.
Okay. I see.
So only if you use share your screen, the voice for the video wouldn't have any audio. But if you use a tab sharing, then they will have audio. But
if you want to have a background like a UTM like that one, the right one, boleh?
That one,
in the group,
I think no. Like that one, maybe they record the video and they put a logo there. Then they record back, send into the Google Drive and present with using this step.
Okay. So we just follow with the flow. Cumanya okay, thank you Jenfong. So cumanya untuk esok adalah pertama sekali yang perlu dibuat adalah tengok waktu masuk tu waktu pagi kan, pagi-pagi dah masuk link yang Lina bagi tadi. Lina dekat Lina dia punya tu link untuk pagi esok.
Ya doktor, link tu sudah send dekat group sana.
Okay, dekat participant pun sama dah send. Okay, so untuk dekat tu nanti yang untuk tu nanti Jenfong masuk pagi tu just masa mula-mula masuk sementara nak menunggu participant masuk, paparkan apa tu, apa panggil, paparkan kita punya poster. Lepas tu paparkan lepas tu belakang tu bagi ada lagu background music untuk support benda tu. Is it okay? Okay, lepas tu macam bila ada macam ada masalah teknikal apa, you teruskan bila you nak alert pasal ada masalah teknikal, terus you change to interrupt dengan lagu. Tak nak bagi ada kosong.
Okay.
Lepas tu juga waktu untuk attendance pagi tu pun juga you boleh waktu pagi dia masuk tu kan, dekat you pun boleh letak juga dekat apa tu, apa dah, you boleh edit tak gambar poster tu Jenfong?
Ya.
You letak gambar poster, sebelah gambar poster tu ada QR code attendant masuk log in. Boleh tak?
Can just combine picture only.
Combine picture letak sebelah-sebelah. Jadi Ada background, ada lepas tu terus ada QR code punya tu clock in. You kan tulis scan here for attendance and certificate. Macam tu lah. Okay, that one. Lepas tu yang tu attendant untuk untuk clock in. Lepas tu attendant untuk clock out tu you tolak pukul yang masa habis program.
Oh, so totally we only got two scan lah for scanning.
Kalau ikutkan benda tu yang tolak yang permulaan tu yang first, yang ni attendant yang first. Lepas tu sebab kita punya attendant kita punya participant adalah orang yang sama. Jadi tadi saya fikir-fikir apa benda kan. Tadi masa LDK pun ada yang bercakap cerita tentang apa tersasul cerita tentang scan the QR code for attendance apa semua tu kan. Jadi untuk mengelakkan benda tu, jadi saya ingat kita akan buat untuk sesi petang ada 2 attendance saja. Waktu mula masuk dan waktu akhir lah, waktu kita akhir. Cumanya untuk perasmian tu kita akan masukkan perasmian tu akan ada attendant selepas akan ada attendant clock out selepas akhir perasmian. Boleh?
Doctor, can you explain again?
Okay. Untuk yang attendant yang pertama yang letak dengan poster tu, okay, itu ada clock in. Okay, lepas tu selepas habis majlis perasmian ada clock out, ada attendance sekali lagi selepas kita ambil gambar.
Okay.
Faham tak? Okay. Lepas tu untuk yang sesi kedua pula attendant yang untuk sesi pertama akan ada pada awal tu you just buat satu lagi clock in. Lepas tu pukul 11 pagi akan ada satu lagi clock out. Boleh?
Doctor, if like that we totally have 6.
Yeah.
Clock in, clock out.
Yeah.
Huh? That much ah?
That much lah I think. Tapi benda tu kita tengok macam mana lah esok. Sebab saya pun tengah pening juga memikirkan clock in and clock out ni. Sebab dia macam patutnya waktu pagi satu je clock in and clock out. Waktu petang satu clock in and clock out. 4 je. Tapi
Doctor, Aina
saya tengok tadi. Saya tengok dia punya gambar yang dia punya. Aina dah buat tadi tadi dia bagi tahu saya tadi ada berapa tadi? 6 Betul lah 6 lah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So Aina, later you send that to me for the QR code.
6. Betul lah 6.
Doktor, yang petang punya clock in clock out tu nak macam mana nak cakap tu untuk attendance kita je ke untuk semua untuk semua for all?
Untuk semualah senang. Saya tak nak pening kepala sebab benda ni pun untuk attendance pun dah pening kepala sebenarnya ni.
Sebab dalam tu saya ada letak yang kalau untuk nombor matrik tu saya letak untuk UTHM student je.
You open untuk you letak untuk UTHM student, you buat satu. UTHM student letak nombor matrik dia. Kalau bukan UTHM tapi itu jangan buat compulsory lah. Tapi you tulis kat situ untuk tujuan SMAP. SMAP online. Untuk tu letak kurungan SMAP online. Nanti dia alert lah tu. Kalau yang tu nanti nak banyak pula you nak buat attendant. Jadi yang sebabnya attendant ni nanti saya macam mana kita akan modify juga attendant nanti ikut setiap slot. Sebab attendant LDK sebenarnya, LDK 1, LDK 2, LDK 3, LDK 4, LDK 5, sebab dia nak semua ada attendant in and out. Jadi untuk mengelak tu, sebab kita punya participant adalah orang yang sama. Jadi saya fikir why not kita ambil satu attendant, nanti kita duplicate lah. Itu je lah. Dan kita akan edit dekat ikut time clock lah. Macam tu je. Kalau tak nanti setiap masa nanti nak kawan tu nak kena isi attendant. Lama-lama jenuh dia. Kalau you nak isi attendant banyak-banyak tak? Kalau you.
Betul. So no LDK attendance lah, call in call out, if like that.
Tak ada LDK tidak LDK dia LDK akan ada. Tetapi attendant LDK tu bermula selepas selepas pada sesi pertama, sesi pagi tu, selepas yang daripada industri tu kan, ada 2 jam tu kan. Sebelum masuk LDK tu kat situ ada attendant satu. Ada attendant in. Faham tak?
So still 6 lah.
Yes, still 6.
So like that, when we first joined for example, I'm one of the participants. I first joined.
Yeah.
Then I called in for the first one.
Yeah.
Then after the jemputan habis ceramah, right? So another one for clock out. Then start the LDK, right? So the LDK, another one, the third one, and then before we go to break, another one, clock out. Then at petang, another one, and habis the program, another one. So 6 lah.
Yes, betul.
Okay, understand.
Cumanya esok masa perasmian tu kalau ikutkan, you punya clock in sesi pagi tu satu. Yang clock in sesi pagi satu. Lepas tu perasmian clock out satu. Lepas tu habis perasmian clock out. Lepas tu mula program pagi satu. Clock out habis program pagi program yang pukul 11 pagi tu habis slot pertama tu satu. Lepas tu ADK tu satu. Lepas tu membawa ke belakang. Habis lah. Betul lah yang you susun tu, Jenform.
Okay.
So Lina.
Yes.
Is it possible to add email for to auto apa panggil? Auto admit ke Google Meet. Is it possible?
Boleh buka quick access lah, tapi tak pasti kalau tak payah admit mereka.
Sebabnya orang-orang tu bagi email kepada saya untuk auto admit. Saya auto admit saya tahu, tapi kena setting. Saya tak setting saya punya benda ni. Saya malas nak setting.
Saya rasa tak apa lah, host boleh tolong admit mereka masuk.
Tak apa, nanti saya terbalik lah. Nanti saya share Google Meet link pada dia orang, nanti pandai dia fikir nak masuk ke tak.
Okay.
Itulah. Hopefully tak ada masalah lah yang tu. Hopefully semua sekarang ni semua presentation dalam keadaan baik. You punya presentation make sure be a professional presentation lah esok. Itu je saya harapkan daripada you all. Dengan tu saya dah boleh secure lah 50% mark tu daripada kita punya program. Saya boleh secure that thing lah. Okay. So any question regarding that? Lagu negaraku cantik, lagu bangsa Johor pun cantik, baca doa pun cantik, MC cantik, doa pun pembaca doa pun cantik, recording macam mana Jenfong? Okay.
Yeah, one of my group member already record.
Okay. Kalau boleh tolong tengok dia punya quality.
Okay.
Kalau tak susah agak nak hantar. Tapi tak apalah. So pagi esok Izzah mana Izzah?
Ya, Doktor.
Izzah nanti WhatsApp saya personal nanti selepas ni.
Okey.
Kita ada yang sesi perasmian tu ada sedikit perubahan orang. Okey, nanti saya bagi line up dia. Okey, saya rasa setakat tu saja untuk petang ni. Ada apa-apa nak bertanya?
Doktor, saya mau tanya sikit.
Tanya.
Tentang QR code, code in crowd out tu kan ada 6. Lepas tu semua komiti kena scan juga kan untuk 6 QR code tu.
Kalau ikutkan scan lah semua sekali untuk benda-benda tersebut sebab kalau sebab you punya rekod tu pun untuk markah juga tu.
Okey. Kalau untuk participant juga 6 bah. 6 QR code.
Participant pun sama. You apa yang participant masuk, you all pun masuk.
Wow, banyaknya.
Tahu tak apa. Saya dah kalau yang lepas setuju saya cakap, yang lepas punya style saya cakap saya akan buat clock in dan clock out. Clock in pada pukul 8 pagi dan clock out pada pukul 12 tengah hari. Itu settle. Lepas tu waktu perjalanan petang clock out pukul 2, clock in pukul 2, clock out pukul 4. Dah settle. Itu yang lepas. Tapi saya tak tahu siapa punya angkara di kalangan you punya senior lepas yang telah menyebabkan benda ni tercetus. Jadi benda ni lah yang menyebabkan pihak atasan telah menukar strategi yang membebankan kepada you all lah. Itu je lah sebenarnya. Disebabkan oleh senior-senior you yang lepas. Saya pun sebenarnya tengah mencuba untuk reducekan every single thing lah. Tetapi apa yang saya harapkan sebenarnya clock in and clock out adalah pada waktu pagi, clock in clock out waktu petang. Dah cukup. Sebab partisipan adalah orang yang sama. Itu sahaja. Sebabnya attendance kita boleh duplicate. Tapi with the right content lah. Itu je lah. Okay?
Okey, faham doktor. Maksudnya kami kena show proof dekat pihak sekolah lah, pihak UTHM.
Ya betul. Itulah. Yang itulah yang perlu di proof tu. Yang proof sekarang ni kita kena show dia ada dua proof yang kena show. Satu melalui recording. Esok akan ada satu recording daripada perjalanan daripada awal sampai akhir. Kedua adalah melalui attendance you all. Attendance participant, attendance you all. Dan yang ketiga adalah melalui CJ yang dikeluarkan melalui certificate, melalui pengisian borang-borang tersebut. Itu yang lepas yang terjadilah. Macam saya lepas dia punya participant, kita punya participant very broad. So mereka semua ni masuk tetapi mereka tak nak sijil. Jadi senang kerja saya. Betul tak? Tapi kali ni agak kebanyakan tu macam nak sijil dengan ada SMAP lagi, nak kena ada tu lagi. Jadi kita nak kena ada proper thing lah to do untuk mereka. Okay?
Okay, doktor. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. So ada apa persoalan lagi untuk esok? Saya harapkan semua akan berjalan dengan lancar. Sebab saya pun tengah nak tengah briefing perasmi untuk program pagi esok. Saya tengah bagi briefing berkaitan dengan apa yang dia bagi ucapan. Program kita, tujuan program kita diadakan. So daripada esok pun kemungkinan besar pun daripada Putrajaya pun akan follow kita punya, akan masuk kita punya program pagi esok. Dia bawa mesej saya forward benda ni sampai ke Putrajaya, KPM, Kementerian Pendidikan Malaysia. Tadi dia kata dia nak masuk. Okey. Saya okey je. So benda tu bagi broad lah. Okey. So saya sekarang kertas kerja je, dalam kertas kerja mengatakan KPTM, tapi sebenarnya kalau esok saya tak tahulah KPTM ada ke tak esok. Lina tengok
Ada doktor.
ada KPTM
Dia orang
ada.
WhatsApp saya.
Hah?
Dia orang WhatsApp saya.
Berapa ramai?
Tak tahulah, tapi dia orang WhatsApp lah macam mana nak masuk Google Meet semua.
Okey, tak apa. Sebab tak apa, patutnya grup WhatsApp ada kan?
Yes. Sekarang sudah ada 72 orang.
72. Okey, belas je kat situ. Yang mana KPTM apa semua, yang mana KPTM declare awal-awal dia KPTM atau tak, tu je. Dekat Google Form tu boleh tu kan, kalau pelajar KPTM boleh letak nombor matrik dia. Boleh kan?
Dekat attendance ke? Boleh kot.
Boleh letak dekat attendance tu letak KPTM, kalau pelajar UTM nombor matrik dia, kalau pelajar KPTM nombor matrik dia berapa.
Tambah slot
Tambah slot
Okey.
Itu je. Ya nanti light up dengan Jenfong punya QR code. Okey. Ada apa persoalan lagi? Wah, ada okey lah. Ada apa persoalan lagi? Yang penting kita boleh do the best untuk tomorrow, sebab kalau boleh, sebab saya rasa konten semua yang kita buat untuk LDK semua dah berjalan lancar, semua dah okey. Saya rasa kita dah boleh rest awal, tak perlu lama-lama. Kita rest awal, so prepare untuk esok lah. Yang mana yang Izzah kena contact saya sekejap lagi. Aina ada apa-apa yang nak bincang boleh WhatsApp saya personal lah. Jenfong pun sama.
Okey, betul.
Doktor.
Lina pun sama. Lina ada apa masalah? Tanya je.
Ya, saya mau tanya.
Tanya je.
Tentang maksimum itu jumlah orang dalam Google Meet ialah 100 kan?
100. Betul.
Tapi kerana saya takut kan partisipan sudah 72 tambah komiti 36. Total 108 sudah.
Hai Zaid, man. Kejap. Saya pun perlu fikir ni. 100 Google Meet 100
Kan?
Google Meet 100
Saya rasa ya.
Ya, hanya boleh 100 orang saja.
Multiple participant in Google Meet. Okey. Sekejap. Hai.
Boleh lebih rasanya.
Tak boleh, kita sudah try. Program lain pun sama, hanya boleh masuk 100 orang saja.
Untuk berapa lama
2 jam, saya ingat 2 jam. Hanya boleh 100 orang saja.
Untuk 2 jam?
Tak tahulah. Yang today saya ada satu program 2 jam lah. Dan dalam hanya boleh masuk 100 orang saja. Tak boleh lebih.
Sekejap. Okey. Esok Lina.
Yes, doktor.
Yang Google Meet yang awak buat tu, you create guna akaun mana
Google Meet kah?
Google Meet tu guna akaun UTHM ke akaun personal?
UTHM.
Okay, UTHM tak apa. UTHM you can do tak ada masalah. Tapi bukan maksud saya UTHM kalau untuk 100 partisipan dia sebab UTHM bayar dia punya fee, tak ada masalah. Cumanya untuk 100 partisipan lah, untuk yang lebih tu saya tengah create sesuatu, mungkin kita kena create 2 Google Meet.
Doktor atau kita boleh buat Facebook Live kah?
Boleh, kalau you nak buat Facebook Live boleh.
Tapi saya tak pandai lah.
Itu je lah. Sebab sekarang ni Facebook Live kita pun tak ada, kita tidak ada apa panggil dia punya ni sebenarnya apa sepatutnya benda ni kalau dah jadi besar macam ni dia kena jadi webinar lah. Alamak, macam ni. 75 orang dah ada.
Sudah 81 orang.
Okey, kalau macam tu esok kalau macam tu lah kita kena create 2 Google Meet. Is it possible?
Boleh create dua Google Meet tapi semasa present screen tu macam mana?
Hanya boleh present satu screen saja.
Mana? Masa Google Meet tu. Oh, iya juga boleh present.
Maksudnya atau macam teknikal mereka kena present dua screen sekali kah? Macam susah.
Cannot.
Sekejap saya fikir. Facebook Live
Jenfung. Kamu pandai pakai Facebook Live kah?
Facebook Live pandai je bang.
No, I never use that.
Okey, kalau macam tu kat sini ada berapa orang? 30 lebih kan?
Ya.
Sekarang dah 82 kan?
Kalau tambah komiti 100
tak lepas.
117 macam tu lah.
Tak lepas. Komiti tak lepas.
Atau yang bagi yang record video tu kan tak payah semua komiti masuk. Ayah. Tak pandai lah.
Tunggu sekejap.
Okey doktor.
Tunggu sekejap. I need to make call. Sekejap. Sekarang dah ada berapa? Nak 82? Lina?
Yes doktor.
82. Kalau masuk komiti untuk esok saja dah berapa dah?
117.
117 Okey, so sebabnya kalau masuk lagi dengan dia punya pemantau apa semua tu lagi wah ke? Tak cukup ni. Paling-paling pun 150 ni ada orang. Facebook Live. Facebook Live. Sekejap.
Doktor, boleh macam ni kah? Buka satu Google Meet yang baru, lepas tu seorang lah host yang bantu present our meet. Faham tak?
Macam mana?
Kerana satu account boleh masuk dua meet lah.
Betul. Satu akaun boleh masuk, satu akaun tu boleh tu dan patutnya masa yang Google Meet tu dia boleh maksudnya dia share dia punya screen lah. Betul tak?
Ya.
Is it possible, Jempong?
Doctor, I don't know how to do that.
Okey, macam ni. Kalau macam tu kita test sekarang. Kita test sekarang. Lina,
Laptop can even support or not?
tak apa. You just control satu laptop je. You just control satu laptop je. Semuanya sekarang ni. Contoh kan. Sekejap Contoh. Oh man. Sekejap saya call. Siapa Jenfong. Yang ni pakai akaun Lina buat kan? Lina, yang ni Google Meet Lina buat kan?
以前是
Hah?
以前yang buat.
Oh, Licin yang buat.
Ah.
Cuba Lina buat satu account. A new account, a new Google Meet.
Saya sudah buat.
Oh, cuba hantar dalam grup WhatsApp. Saya enroll. Kejap, saya tengok.
Okey. Saya sudah present screen dalam Google Meet yang baru lah, boleh tengok.
Boleh tengok?
Doktor masuk dulu.
Boleh tengok? Boleh tengok? Ayo. Oh, betul? Pakai delay. Dapat dengar? Hello?
Ya, boleh dengar doktor.
Ini maksudnya ini dah berapa participant?
Doktor, saya rasa kamu kena buka satu mic saja.
Mic saja. Mic aku.
Bukan satu mic bagaimana nak present?
Oh, okay. So sekarang ni ada berapa? So Jefong, cuba play lagu negaraku.
Wait, doktor. Nak play kat mana? Dua.
You play yang dekat you punya.
No, doktor. Sekarang saya dalam.
Tak. Ya, bukan
tak
dalam.
apa ni.
Yang first.
Sorry doktor, I explain in Mandarin ya.
Okay.
尖峰，是这样子。你就是在那个旧的 Google Meet 那边 present 那些歌还是什么都好，然后我另外一个人，我开一个新的 Google Meet，and then 我 present screen 啊，我是 share 那个 Google Meet，懂吗？就讲不管你那边 present 什么，我这边都会同步看得到。and then 你在这一边呢，你是不用开，你不用进来都可以。
OK， 我吹一下。我先 leave 这个先。 Sing a Sen Lim 就醒啊。Sen Lim 就醒啊咋？Okay. Doktor? Doktor dah dengar doktor cakap apa?
Bagi I tak ada masalah ini. You clear dapat dengar suara saya kan? I think kita boleh gunakan kita punya taktik ni lah. Tapi nak kena divide juga tu.
Tak boleh, sir.
Tak boleh
Saya dua-dua boleh.
Kejap. Go.
Sekejap. Mana? Hello? Ini baju peserta banyak yang bersedia. Okey, tak apa. Kalau macam tu, kalau macam tu yang esok punya ni, bagi saya rasa satu je lah. Kita akan buat juga tu untuk pagi berapa? Lina? Mana Lina? Dia form?
Ya, doktor. What?
Mana Lina pula?
Yes, doctor. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, doctor. I lost my
Lina.
connection. Sorry.
Tak apa. Okey Lina, kalau macam tu, apa yang kita nak buat taktik esok? Kita kena divide kita punya komiti untuk satu ke sana, satu ke sini lah.
Actually, right. Only need one committee to jaga the new meeting there.
Betul. You boleh decide lah biro mana yang you nak buat. Sebab saya tak jangka ada terlampau kita punya 80 lebih. Sebab lepas pun kita 100 lebih je. Tak apa, esok kita tengok dia punya participant. Kalau yang mana tak boleh masuk untuk esok, kita suruh dia enter untuk the new one group lah, second meeting lah. Nanti kita set lah macam mana.
Okay.
Sebab yang kita akan record meeting hanyalah dekat yang first ni. Yang dekat yang Google Meet yang dah buat ni. Cuma bila dah sampai dah melebihi had kota yang ditetapkan, kita terus pass dia ke sana. Jadi dia akan dapat tengok ke sana.
Faham, doktor.
Itu lagi better lah. Okay. So dah selesai. Saya pun kata maknanya group you all ni sekarang ni orang kata ready lah untuk masuk Facebook UTM punya. Sebab kita punya participant paling ramai tau. Okay.
Doktor.
Yep.
Yang bagi yang bertugas untuk second meet tu grup teknikal ke atau
Grup nanti grup keselamatan. Siapa Grup keselamatan siapa Biro keselamatan siapa? Senyap. Teknikal boleh tak? Tak ada masalah. Siapa-siapa yang boleh incas. Siapa-siapa yang boleh incas tak ada masalah. Yang mana boleh tolong incas untuk memastikan kelancaran program kita esok tak ada masalah. Yang perlu kita highlight esok adalah kita kena reserve beberapa tempat. Esok kemungkinan kita akan reserve untuk 2 orang lah esok. 2 orang, lebih kurang 2 orang untuk kita punya Google Meet. Yang seterusnya kalau bila dah full, terus siapa link Lina yang buat ke siapa yang buat Lina?
Link apa? Link apa?
Link
yang first meeting kah?
Google Meet yang second.
Second kah?
Second.
Itulah saya tanya siapa yang in charge. Is it technical group?
Kalau macam tu minta technical group tolong buat satu ni. Ataupun bahagian keselamatan punya tu buat satu Google Meet untuk boleh akses untuk masuk untuk dikontrol. Boleh
Saya rasa keselamatan buat lebih bagus kerana mereka boleh jaga.
Betul. Saya rasa pun macam tu juga sebab sekarang ni bagi keselamatan untuk buat konsep tu siapa keselamatan keselamatan ada siapa yang in charge tadi, Ivy ada. Ini saya sebut nama yang saya ingat lah. Puah Honje, Ivy, Tang Wang Ying, Tio Mishin, Sim Kechin, Navindra Silen. Ini one of you punya biro kena menjaga satu site lagi lah yang untuk masuk. Dan saya pun akan masuk ke dalam grup tersebut. Saya akan join dua-dua grup juga untuk tengok pemantauan. Itu tak ada masalah.
So doktor, kita nak masuk Google Meet kedua kan? Atau apa?
Apa dia?
So kita biro keselamatan lah.
Biro keselamatan punya tu you all in charge untuk grup satu lagi. Cumanya grup satu lagi dia akan ada 2 account lah. Sebab you akan present you punya account, you punya Google Meet yang you tengok sekarang boleh di-present dekat satu lagi. Seperti mana Lina buat tadi. Is it possible?
Doktor, so grup keselamatan perlu ada 2 device untuk 2 account dan untuk 2 Google Meet. Attend 2 Google Meet.
Yes. Betul.
Actually, no need 2 devices because one, if you use computer, right, you can just enter 2 meeting with 1 account, same account. You can try.
Some problem from the encode problems only. Like you just doctor the last doctor have an encode during his.
This is because doctor open mic for 2 meeting.
No, just now I used 2 device.
Use device.
Okay. I use my phone. That's why the echo. You using 1 account with two Google Meet.
Okay. So I can use the same account with 2 Google Meet.
Yes.
I use 1 account, 1 Smart account, 1 Auto account, 1 Smart Syswa account with 2 attend to 2 the Google Meet. I will do like this.
Can I can join 2 account. Hello, Lina. Saya boleh join 2 account dan nak guna 1 account 2 Google Meet 1 account.
Boleh.
Thank you for sharing. Sebab saya yang ni saya tak tahu.
Tadi saya buat macam tu lah.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. Nanti tak ada masalah. Kalau macam tu lagi okey, patutlah you punya tak bergema, saya punya bergema. Maknanya you turn off, one off, one off, one on, one off lah.
Ya betul.
Oh, tadi saya pakai saya punya phone. That's why dia punya bergema sebab dua mikrofon.
Tapi kan bagi esok Biro Keselamatan mereka just present screen tapi tak buka mic. Saya rasa tak ada masalah itu.
Betul. Dia esok dia just present screen je esok yang dekat satu tu untuk pastikan berjalan lancar lah. Okay. Okay, so esok so kena buat tu. Kena create new Google Meet baru. Supaya Lina boleh blast balik Google Meet yang kedua. Is it okay? Okay, Jenggi, Puah Honji, is it okay?
Okay.
Yes, Doctor.
Okay, so we try the best for tomorrow. Hopefully we can get as much participant to do that. So kalau ada apa masalah, saya malam ni saya akan cuba juga FB live ke YouTube live ke YouTube streaming ke apa benda. Kalau kita boleh blast melalui YouTube live, saya rasa tak ada masalah. How to make a YouTube live. Oh, boleh kot. Mungkin boleh pakai saya punya ni kot. Kita punya participant tu boleh tengok kat YouTube juga kot. Tengoklah macam mana malam ni saya cuba lagi. So thank you Lina for sharing the
No problem, Doctor.
The tip dengan the concern yang akan berlaku, but I'm not aware about regarding the participant tomorrow. I thought that 52, but you said that right now 81% participant. So we try the best for tomorrow. And tomorrow Encik Azhar dia dah siapkan slideshow untuk esok dan dia akan present esok lah. So Jenfong nanti tak ada apa-apa cuma jaga bahagian teknikal saja dengan Erickson tadi dia berkaitan dengan untuk grup yang Jengi punya. Dia ada masalah tadi. Yang mana tu kena pasti kawan-kawan yang ada line yang clear yang boleh play that video, you just ask them to play them for you. Okay? Okay, Abu Bakar Ahmed, are you okay? Brother?
Yes, Doctor.
Yeah, you okay? Is it clear?
Yes, Doctor, it's clear.
Okay, if you have any question, you can ask me personal. Okay?
Okay,
That's
thank you,
all for today. I think that's all for today. So rest well. So we prepare the best for tomorrow. And Izzah nanti jumpa saya. PM saya balik, message personal WhatsApp, message dengan saya. Nanti kita akan we try to tune again and kita follow apa yang Jenfong dengan Aina Nadira dah settlekan. So Lina pun dah settlekan, Lee Shim dah settlekan. So hopefully kita dapat buat satu program yang terbaik untuk you punya group kali ni. So that's all for me. All the best for tomorrow. Pagi esok kita akan mula masuk ke dalam grup, ke dalam Google Meet pada pukul 8 pagi. So hopefully tak ada masalah. Hopefully make sure that Google Meet is from the account UTHM because UTHM have subscribed the Google Meet account for pay around what I don't know the budget belong. But I think that we can do the best lah, that thing. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you very much. Any question, just PM me personal. Okay, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And thank you for today for the rehearsal. For the person who make a recording for the rehearsal, if done, just WhatsApp me personal and we will discuss how to deliver to me. Okay. Stay safe and see you tomorrow. Jangan lupa makan. Okay. Bye bye. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening. And don't forget to eat your dinner. Okay. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and bye bye.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Good. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.